All right, what's good everyone? Samir Chibane back at you guys again with another video. I'm still here in Boston and I got the chance to go check out the new casino, okay, the Encore, which is owned by Wynn Resorts. And walking out of there, besides the fact that I flushed $100 down the toilet in a matter of seconds, I'm not a gambler, just literally did it because well, that's what we're gonna cover in this video right here, okay? So we're gonna compare e-commerce or casinos with e-commerce and just some of the general entrepreneurship or business type of lessons that you can take away from a casino and implement into your e-commerce business, okay? So first off, what determines the success of a casino, just like that of an e-commerce business, changes over time. And when it comes to casinos, at first casino management and just casino type of entrepreneurs were following the principles of this guy, Bill Friedman. Okay, and Bill Friedman wrote this book right here, which is literally like the casino management Bible. He wrote this book called Designing Casinos to Dominate the Competition. And at first, again, everybody was following his principles, and I'll cover those here in a minute. But he says the only relevant consideration for casino design are these: what percentage of visitors gamble and what percentage return to gamble some more. And when we think about that idea in e-commerce terms, well, you can think of it as what percentage of the traffic you're driving to your store actually convert into customers, and what percentage of those customers return to buy some more. Bill Friedman's principles are solely focused on maximizing revenue, and the key performance indicators that Bill put his attention towards improving are statistics like total casino win, slot win, number of slot machines, slot occupancy rate, player count, slot to room ratio, and players to room ratio. Okay, I don't know exactly what these terms and stats and how they're calculated, but I'm sure you can get a good idea of what they represent just by the name of them. And he says to improve these stats, he recommended casinos go for gaming design, which creates an environment where it's very dark, packed with slots right out the gate, in a maze-like formation, so you can never find your way out and get lost and gamble all the money you have to your name. I just laid out a couple of the principles in that book. Principle number 2, gambling equipment immediately inside casino entrances beats vacant entrance landings and empty lobbies. Okay, and it's pretty funny because if you ever flew into Vegas, as soon as you land in Vegas and you leave your gate or you leave the terminal, there are already slot machines right in the airport waiting for you, calling out your name to take out your money and start gambling right away. Principle number 4, the maze layout beats long, wide, straight passageways and aisles. Okay, so he feels like if it's in a maze-like formation, then you'll get lost in the sauce and keep spending and keep gambling until you can't no more. Principle number 8, low ceilings beat high ceilings. Okay, I'm not sure exactly why he says that. Again, I haven't read that book. I'll probably end up picking it up, but he just believed like low ceilings beat high ceilings. Okay, principle number 9, gambling equipment as a decor beats impressive and memorable decorations. He feels like you should be maximizing this space, the floor space that you have, to the opportunity of getting more people to spend more money. Okay, so in other words, just maximizing the amount of space available by putting in more slot machines, more poker tables, or whatever it is, to give another opportunity for a visitor to gamble some more. So no need to entertain them, no need to provide any other type of value except the opportunity to gamble. And if we translate those principles into e-commerce type of principles, well, You can think of things like keeping costs as low as possible, even if it damages customer experience, having as many products as possible in the store, and installing as many apps as possible, and selling all the time. No need to entertain or provide any other type of value. And the beginner e-compreneur coming into e-commerce, they often think of the more products in my store, the more official my store is gonna look like. And the more I sell, the more money I would make. But honestly, that is far from the truth. Because here's what happens when you shift your focus to customer experience instead of only focusing on maximizing profits. Steve Wynn, the founder of Wynn Resorts and also obviously the owner of the new casino in Boston, the Encore, teamed up with this guy Roger Thomas way back in the day to build and design the Bellagio. Okay, you've probably seen this shot right here or this casino right here in countless amounts of movies because it is a very, very special one, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why here in a second. By focusing on the customer first and how to improve customer experience, Thomas pretty much did the exact opposite of what Bill preached and created what he called the playground type of design. Okay, Roger Thomas realized that people don't want to make bets when they feel anxious, overwhelmed, or confused, or trapped. Okay, and this is a little excerpt that I took away from an interview that he did with The New Yorker. And in it, he says, while Friedman criticized the open bar plan he defined as any space with an expansive layout and high ceilings, Thomas created soaring ceilings swathed in silk fabric and insisted on clear sight lines for easy navigation. Friedman called for gambling equipment immediately inside casino entrances with the most popular slot machines by the front door. Thomas, however, imagined an elegant lobby not filled with penny slots, but displayed a massive Dale Chihuly glass sculpture suspended from the ceiling and huge arrangements of real flowers. And actually, if you come or walk into the Encore in Boston here, there's literally like a carousel full of flowers and not a slot machine inside. You actually have to walk a good amount to get through some doors, have somebody check your ID, and then you walk into the actual gaming room where the slot machines are and the gambling tables are. And he also says traditional casinos banish clocks and any glimpse of sunlight to make gamblers lose track of hours. Thomas installed antique timepieces and skylights that let in the desert sun. He even broke the rule prohibiting decor in the gaming areas. While Friedman insisted that the best furniture was the gambling equipment itself, Thomas selected European-style furnishing with absolute care. So again, this is just another form of Thomas focusing completely on the customer and the customer experience and making them feel comfortable and making them feel like they are in luxury, so that way they can be encouraged to spend more money in a lavish type of environment. So in 2009, a team at the University of Guelph, which is in Canada, conducted a number of studies on the psychological effects of the gaming design, which is Bill Friedman's design, versus the playground design, okay, the brand new type of idea created by Steve Wynn and Thomas, okay, Roger Thomas. And so they compared some different elements, which is lighting treatment, color treatment, crowding in terms of how many people, the layout of the gaming place, and also the grouping of machines. And it turned out that the low information load, okay, the playground design type style really encouraged predominantly static lighting, predominantly monotone colors, sparse crowding, symmetrical type of layout, and clustered by type when it comes to the machines. And that performed a whole lot well than the actual high information load, which is the gaming design created by Bill Friedman. Predominantly flashing lighting, predominantly bright colors, dense in crowding, asymmetrical layout, right, like the whole maze, and also random type of machines all over the place. So you don't know exactly where the machines are and you have to walk through everything to find the one that you're looking for. So here is the conclusion that I came to for a more successful casino and e-commerce store in 2019. Because although it's important to maximize profits in a sell more, sell fast manner, it's more important to focus on customer experience in 2019 and moving forward. Because the same exact shift is happening today in e-commerce, and it's creating a whole new opportunity. Okay, those that come in and put the customer first are winning big time. All right, they're literally winning super big because they're putting the customer first, which is very rare nowadays, and only Amazon really is focused on that, has been focused on it for a while, hence why they are a $1 trillion business. Okay, so the traditional way of growing a business, I just kind of drew this little diagram here, put it into perspective. The entrepreneur focuses on keeping costs low to maximize profits. And oftentimes they'll cut into the customer experience and customer satisfaction. And although they are making more money, they are really, the end all result is a poor quality customer base that does not come back again and again. And instead they're being dominated by the new type of entrepreneur that is really focusing on the new business model, which is putting the customer first and customer experience. And when you do that, the end result is maximizing profits thanks to repeat customers that buy again and again. Or in the sense of the Encore or casinos, it's just by focusing on the customer experience, they can come in and gamble again and again. When it comes to e-commerce, you know, just kind of the gaming design type of model when it comes to e-commerce is people just making websites like these e-commerce stores that look somewhat like linkscars.com. Okay, where it's just a bunch of colors everywhere. It just gives you anxiety, gives you overwhelm. You don't know what the hell to click on. You don't know what to do, so therefore you bounce. What you want to do is you want to implement the playground type of design to your e-commerce store and your e-commerce business, which is really focused all around branding and customer experience and putting the customer first and really focusing on a specific type of theme or a specific type of niche when it comes to e-commerce, right? Themes are for physical environments like casinos and whatnot, and niches is for e-commerce businesses. Okay, so you can take this company here, for example, AB Eterno, which is a beautiful looking website, but quite honestly, it is just wooden watches with a logo on them. And what's pretty funny is I actually pulled up, or I did my research on how we can get our hands, or how you can get your hands on some of these watches here. So let me actually just pull that up right here. And so as you can see, these watches right here that this brand is selling are not very far off what you can find on AliExpress for literally pennies on the dollar compared to what they're selling them for. They are retailing them for 185 euros, which probably translates to like $200 or so for retail. And you can see you can find some of these watches on AliExpress for as little as $20, even as low as $3, and anything in between. But see, what would happen if you try to drop ship these, or just kind of throw these on your website and throw every single wooden watch you can find on here onto your e-commerce store? It's really gonna look like that gaming type of design. But instead, what you should be doing is finding wholesale manufacturers through Alibaba.com that can work with you on low minimums to brand these and have a consistent type of market. So if you want to learn how to dominate in the e-commerce space with what I like to call the micro branding formula instead of following the old and outdated model, then I recommend you click the link below and check out the free case study that I put together, and more importantly, the absolutely transparent case study. Okay, not only are we going to show you the products, but how we found them, show you the exact store, show you the exact numbers, unlike most other trainings out there that just hide their cost of goods sold, marketing costs, and profits. We're going to go ahead and pull the curtain and show you everything you need to know to see the exact effects that this model is having on our e-commerce business while everybody's struggling to make the old and outdated models work. Okay, so click the link below, check out the free case study, and I also got this printout here that I'll attach a link to below that you can post above your desk or in your folder somewhere to keep as a friendly reminder. In the modern day, he or she who puts the customer first wins both in the short term and the long term, period. Okay, period. Don't at me, I'm telling you. He who puts the customer first wins both in the short and long term, okay? So make sure you're doing that as well. Again, be sure to check out that free case study below. It's absolutely free and fully transparent, so you know exactly what we're doing here. All right, click the link below, check it out, and I will see you on the other side. By the way, please leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe if you got value. If not, well, I don't know what to tell you.